LearnBiz LLC is an entrepreneur coaching agency which customizes solutions to help businesses grow and thrive in an ever-changing economy.
You are listening to LearnBiz, the podcast, where we share an entrepreneur's journey and allow you to obtain insight into their path to success. We're here to educate other entrepreneurs about the ins and outs of running a small business, and we will provide you with tips and resources that can help you along your entrepreneurial journey.
Well, welcome, Rochelle. Welcome to LearnBiz, the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
We're very happy to have you here. We're going to start with, who are you? Tell us about you as the entrepreneur.
So my name is Rochelle Davis-Cox. I have a well-known group on Facebook, actually, which is the Broward County Black-owned businesses that represents several businesses around the Broward County and even some of Dade County and Palm Beach County businesses as well, because it has expanded so much. So I have that group that is popular, as well as I help smaller businesses with their social media platforms, meaning I'm posting for them and just maintaining their content related to their business so that they can reach their customers and expand their audience. And I'm working on creating a Black-owned business directory as well.
A Black-owned business directory as well?
Yes.
You have your hands filled, young lady.
Yes. It's very necessary. It's very needed. And a lot of people have expressed the interest of wanting to have more of that available at their fingertips, between locally as well as people who are traveling in town. So I want to make it easy as possible for people traveling to Broward County.
So I'm labeling you as a social media entrepreneur because that's where you got started, and now that's the platform on which you're helping others, correct?
Correct.
So how did you decide that you needed to create a platform for Black businesses in Broward County?
So I'm born and raised in Broward County. I went away for college. And when I came back, it was certain businesses that I was looking for, one of them being food, because I love trying new food places. So when I came back, I made a post on Facebook of I was looking for a soul food place that was within the area to travel to. I knew a few, on the older side of town, but I wanted something where in the area that I live, but nobody knew where anything was. And people were asking me, well, where did you end up? Where did you go? Like, we don't know of any places. So me and one of my childhood friends, we were already talking about, was that available? Something like a directory, or just knowing more about businesses that have, been established since we grew up, since we were young, because we both went away from college and came back. And through my experience while I was at college and serving as the NAACP president for my collegiate chapter, they had a tour bus where they took us around to various Black-owned businesses in their neighborhood so that we could see where they were. Because a lot of those businesses, especially hairstylists and candle shops and beauty salons, like I used to come back home to get my hair done. So to find out that those places are literally around the corner from me and are accessible, it helped to know that, and plus to circulate the wealth in the community. So that was something I always wanted to know, was that being done down here in Broward County? And I wanted to be able to get to that level as well for people of my community to have that experience. So now that's how
awesome. That's awesome that started as just you inquiring and wanting to know more information and not being able to find it.
Right.
So how many people are on your platform?
So as of today is over 51,000 followers. I started it back in 2015. I think it was 2015, 2016. And it has just grown and grown and grown. Like, I'm ecstatic.
That's awesome. So people come to your platform to find all type of Black-owned businesses and vendors in and around this South Florida market, correct?
Correct. They come to look for the businesses. The businesses come to showcase their products, showcase what their business is so that they can get clients. Some people, like I said, are from out of state and they're like, I heard about this group. I want to plan a party or I want to plan a trip down there, and they just want the connections. Then you have some people who want to start a business, and it's kind of like a family hub type of place where they can ask questions like, I have my business idea. Should I get an LLC, or should I get, where do I go from here? So some people will even pitch in and give advice on that. So it's really the go-to.
And so out of that business, where you're basically helping others to have a voice and communicate with other businesses, you decided that there is a need for social media marketing with these businesses. Tell us about that, and how did you turn that into something profitable for you as a business?
Right. So as stated, a lot of businesses are out there, and with social media becoming the big way to advertise and get your business out there. Because, before, years ago, you just put a flyer on someone's car, or you pay, someone on the street to kind of hand it out in traffic. But Facebook can reach Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all of these social media platforms are now utilized to get direct access to a business. You can search a key term and find the business that you're looking for. But some businesses are not tech savvy. Your older business, because you have like the mom and pop shop, they're not utilizing the social media. So some businesses I went to, people I know they don't know existed, and some of the businesses are suffering because no one knows they existed. So one grocery store, for example, I spoke with them about it, and to help them like promote their business and get their social media attention out to the masses. And now when I posted that they exist, and people are like, wait, that's around the corner. And then they're able to identify the business and are able to go to that business and be able to patronize that business and help keep it in business. So that was a need. And there's a lot of people that are in professions that will not have the time to be tech savvy and to educate you about their business or post pictures related to their business. So that's where I come in, and I help that with their business of reaching their audience, reaching their target audience, and helping them get that presence that they need with their business.
Absolutely. I mean, if it weren't for social media, there are some people that don't check any other mediums to look for businesses these days. So how has, we've all had to operate during a pandemic, obviously. So what special challenges or issues or concerns have you dealt with during the pandemic in your business operations?
So I think the businesses that was affected mostly were your brick and mortar businesses. So to find out where they stood, what services they offered, for instance, the restaurants. So we know that some restaurants had to stop serving, and some restaurants were only takeout. So social media helps, because how else will they know? Nobody was leaving the house. So it was having that conversation within a group. Okay, what businesses and what area would you need help? Meaning if it was takeout, it's like, okay, well, here's the menu. Let us know, if we can keep the business open by ordering the food out. They were partnering with people. Some other businesses, not many had to close really that I thought of, or even if it came to asking for a small business loan, they could still come to the group and, get a better understanding. In different cities, and the commissioners are in the group as well. So they're able to reach the business owners easier with that group and say, hey, let's have that communication and be able to fill out the form so people can see, get the help that they need with their business, even through a pandemic. And even weather types. Like I said, the grocery store, you had your small business stores that may sell toilet paper at the time, or the smaller grocery stores and convenience stores, whether it was dry foods or canned goods, just to know where their stores were so we can support them.
So did people reach out onto your social media page and say, hey, we're still open, or this is how we're operating now during the pandemic? Did you find that type of communication was being posted a lot?
Yes, they posted in the group, and then it also made time for people to invest in their business, to be able to work on creating a platform and creating a page, because with lesser customers in their face in the store, it gave them time to, okay, well, while I'm here, they can get on social media and kind of take the time to see what it's about and see how it works, or say, we're open, give them time to take pictures of their products or food or whatever it was, and kind of work on that and work on their websites so that they can increase selling more via the website versus pop-up shops or opening the brick and mortar.
Now, what about you personally? How were you affected personally as an entrepreneur? Did you find that more people wanted to utilize your services for social media posting as a result of the pandemic? What did you find personally?
Personally, it was more so of not utilizing my services, but trying to learn from me of my services, because that gave them time to maybe want to find out for themselves how to operate it, because they didn't know which direction to go in. So some people may have a social media page, but they weren't as attentive to it. So it's kind of the how-to, what do I do now? How does this go type of conversations. And so it was more of making time to train businesses versus them use my services.
That is so nice that you've become such a resource for all types of businesses. What tips would you give to someone who wants to do what you're doing, who wants to help businesses, who wants to help them, engage in more social media, help them promote it? How do you get started in a business like this?
So for me, it started from passion and wanting to help others. Everybody does not have that. Everybody doesn't possess that. Some people just want to do certain things strictly for the money. And so it's like, hey, this is what I can do, pay me this amount and then we can get you here. And then when those results doesn't make sense to the business owner, then it's a short-lived experience. So for me, what has worked for me, because I'm humbly excited for these businesses to flourish. So in my favor, be interested, be engaged. Like even the businesses that I work with is almost like it's my company and I want it to get out there. That's the type of energy, I use behind it. It's not just, I'm providing a service. Okay, this is what I'm doing for you. It's like I embody what people really want for their business to make it successful. And then of course, learning myself and learning whatever their target audience is, getting more resources available to them and finding out what other groups, what other platforms, what is something else that's going to be helpful for everybody. And in the process, I'm just learning more and more about different career fields through that. So if someone wants to do what I do, be passionate about it, be very interested in what you're doing, because, as they say, when it's something you love, it's not work. So for me, it's just, be passionate, the love for it, the love for everybody to succeed, and it will come naturally of what's needed and what's required to help the business.
So one final question, a little aside. Have you found your favorite restaurants, your favorite hair vendors, your favorite skincare products and companies through your own website? Have you identified a lot of the vendors you love to use?
Yes, definitely. As I say, I found so many chefs and restaurants that I love so much. Not enough gym instructors, but actually I do have a favorite gym, which is the Diamond Core Fitness.
Yeah.
So it works out for me. But yes, the food is, different. Is it's different foods. Like I love Just Spoons. Everyone knows I love Just Spoons. It's Southern Comfort breakfast. It's something different. It's not a lot of places like that around here, so it's very exciting to eat there. Then for dinner, there's a Chef Harvey. It's healthy soul food. That's what I like about it, because he puts the carrots in there and he makes sure he has the good ingredients. So definitely a lot of vendors. And then the skincare, it's so many different products, and from the scrubs, the soaps, the lotions, it's just like, it makes self-care much easier. It's a lot
and they're all on your site. So if share with the people where you can be reached on social media and where they can find all of these 51,000 participants, businesses sharing information and resources with each other.
So on Facebook, it's Broward County Black-owned businesses on Facebook. On LinkedIn, it's also Broward County. There's a group on LinkedIn now of Broward County Black-owned businesses. And on Instagram, it's at Broward County _BOB. And on each of those platforms, I like to reshare businesses that have posted, just so, it can help reach more engagement and more potential clients. And Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn is a great platform for information and getting out there.
Thank you, Rochelle, for what you do. I'm so glad that helping other businesses to get noticed is your passion.
Yes, thank you.
And helping people to know more about that. We appreciate what you do. If you ever have any special promotions or information, you can always come on this platform and share it with the public.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And we appreciate you, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
All righty. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.